Hi, CD Bestie. This is Ellie from Wolf Alice. Check out our interview with creativedisc.com, the #1 music website in Indonesia.
Hello, CD Bestie. Another day, another Creativedisc exclusive interview. And today, Dunde Iwana is here with two band members who came all the way from the UK. Recently, they are finally come back and ready to conquer the world once more with an upcoming new album. Here with me now are Ellie and Joel from Wolf Alice. Hi, guys. What's happening?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. So first of all, good morning. And I would like to say welcome back. It's good to finally have new things from Wolf Alice. How's the comeback wave so far for you?
Really exciting. Yeah, we're really
Mm.
happy with how it's been going. We've done shows, we've done festivals, we've got music out, we've had a video out. It's feeling very much like we're back. And great to be speaking to you today.
Yeah. So let's talk about your release, your new release. You've released two of the songs already. Bloom, Baby Bloom, and now The Sofa is just around the corner of the release. How does it feel to share new material finally after such a defining album like The Weekend?
Yeah, it feels, a slightly nerve-wracking but mainly just feels relieving, to be honest, because we've been writing this album for a long time and we've
Yeah.
been enjoying it ourselves, and you're intrigued as to how people respond to it. I think for the most part, people responded really well to Bloom Baby Bloom. I hope they will to the Sofa, and then it just it's just making us more excited for people to hear the whole thing, because I think, yeah, we love people listening. I think it's not a concept album or anything, but we write all these songs with that album in mind, so it's really exciting for people to hear it all in one go as well.
Yeah. But if I'm not mistaken, a couple of articles that I read, you first played The Sofa live in Paris, and it felt intimate for a lot of people. They felt so raw. What's the moment, turning point in embracing this new era of Wolf Alice?
We did play it in Paris. And it did feel the show was intimate, but I feel like the song is actually quite big, which is quite an interesting juxtaposition. So when we were playing the clubs, I felt like I was actually quite relieved in the sense that, I thought this songwriting kind of was destined for like big stages and big rooms, and it feels really performative and really outward. And we have actually gone on since Paris to play it on some like bigger stages to bigger crowds. I think it works just as well. And I think there's always been a bit of a juxtaposition with Wolf Alice that we can go to those tiny clubs, but we also have the ambition to sort of bring the show into a bigger room. Yeah, which we will be doing later on in the year, which is really nerve-wracking, but really exciting. And, it's not one of those things I think has been like really spoken about ambition. I don't think we've ever been like, we want to play stadiums, but you do get these opportunities like Glastonbury or Primavera or wherever, where you have a chance to kind of prove like if you can kind of step things up. And when you have songs like The Sofa, it feels really good to do it.
Yeah. The thing that I love about The Sofa is actually the lyric that I can be a bitch when I get mad. It's so deep for me personally, because
Love
I
that.
feel that way sometimes, So is The Sofa one of your most personal songs to date?
Yes and no. Yeah, I think hopefully it will it's not so personal that it doesn't apply people can't apply it to their own lives. Like, I feel like we live in a time where, like, we're really unforgiving of ourselves when we slip up, or when we be a bit nasty, or when we be a bit a bit of a
Yeah.
bitch. So, and, like, I'm just trying to remind myself that, like, I can't be perfect all the time, you know?
True. That's what I felt also. But we are human though, right?
Yeah, exactly, and yeah, not in a deep way, but like sometimes we're just a bit, you know, like
Right.
we yeah, we can be, yeah, like I say in the song, like we can be all the things, and we can't always. I mean, we try not to be some of the really bad things. We can't always beat ourselves up for being a little bitch sometimes.
Yeah. So you mentioned in one of your interview that this new album, The Clearing, explore theme of identity, age, and also liberation. Where does the sofa sit within that emotional landscape?
Yeah, I think it like kind of encompasses a lot of stuff that we explore throughout the album. It's kind of like I think that's why we finish with it on the album, you know, because it's kind of like, you know, it's almost like being like, I don't even really want to explore any of this stuff anymore. I just want to live it out and, you know, do the best I can and accept
Mm.
that I
Like,
cannot. Well, there's that prayer. Yeah, I start to feel like I'm quoting the Bible or something. But anyway, yeah, it's like, you know, like, yeah, it's like it's an acceptance. I feel like the let me lie here on the sofa is like being like, I can't just always be figuring stuff out. I have to just chill
yeah,
out. Like,
yeah.
so yeah, like kind of it's almost like taking stock of the things that we've explored, not only in this album, but like other albums too.
Like put it out there and let the people like react to that as well, right?
Sorry, what?
So like put it out there, put the album out there and let people react, because you
Yeah,
are kind of like
Exactly, yeah.
exploring a lot of things and try a new thing to get people cannot relate to a lot of your songs, right?
yeah.
So the thing that I found interesting about also about you guys, you've now transitioned to Columbia or Sony Music now. How's how has that shift changed the way you approach songwriting or releasing music? Is it more pressure for you or is it more freedom?
I think I wouldn't say it's. I personally wouldn't say it's more pressure. I found Colombia to be so supportive, and
Yeah.
you know they've never, you know, they've never once told us what to like
Mm,
write. We've gone away and they've really supported our creative process, and we've returned with a body of work, and then it's been a really fun experience working out how we want it to look, how we want it to like be presented, where we want to go and do shows. So it's been a really amazing experience working with Columbia. And I think we've
mm,
always put pressure on. I remember when we were making our like doing a song called Leaving You like years and years ago, like I felt just as much expectation on what that song should do as I do The Clearing. I think that's been something throughout Wolf Alice's kind of
mm,
journey. It's like not pressure in like a nasty way, just like,
mm.
you know, we've
But
always
pressure
cared
to
about
do
what we
something
do.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pressure to do something more good, right?
Very much like the music is the most important thing to the four of us, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. So you mentioned before at Glastonbury, you already performed there as well, and it's such a I watch it on YouTube, but it's such a great performance, guys. So you surprised us at Glastonbury with a Fleetwood Mac cover of Dreams, right? How does that tie into the sonic direction you exploring in the clearings, especially in something like the sofa?
I don't know how much it specifically ties in with the sonics of the album or the sofa, but yeah, I think
Mm,
Fleetwood Mac are like, yeah, we kind of talked about them a bit in the lead up to like the recording studio because they you know, I feel like people call them a rock band, but
mm,
they, you know, seem to be very interested in writing pop songs as well. And, you know, like
mm,
sometimes I think like in the past, you kind of like try to decide like, are we a pop band or are we a rock band or an indie band? And I feel like Fleetwood Mac are kind of like all of the things in three. And
yes.
that was kind of inspiring to us. Like, oh,
Mm,
like, yeah, just, yeah. Um, and then I think, yeah, we just kind of at festivals, you really one of the best feelings is like singing along to
mm,
the artist that is playing, and but you don't always know all their songs, and I think like covers are nice at festivals because especially if they're like big popular songs like
mm.
Dreams, because it gives people that moment who you might love a band, but you don't necessarily know all the words or something. So it's nice to give you know, some people that moment of like, oh, I know this one, and they can sing along. And
Yes. But I do curious though, if I may ask, is there any like legendary song that you really wish you create that song specifically for Wolf Alex?
Legendary songs I wish create. Oh god, there's probably quite a few actually.
Mm.
From all different.
yeah,
But I mean, one song I can always listen to, which makes me probably think I wish I'd written it, is Wichita Lineman by Glenn Campbell, where I feel like every time I listen to it, it feels like the first time, and I think that's such a wonderful experience for music. So yeah, there's that song definitely.
Is there anything from Ellie side?
but me and my brother were talking about this the other day. He's like,
Okay.
he's like, no, but seriously, imagine if you just ripped "My Way" by Frank Sinatra. Like, imagine the chorus, you're like, you know, because like when that build is like when it kind of gets to the peak and it's like,
Yeah.
like you would just be like, I'm not even saying that it's an amazing. It is a really brilliant song, but like the epicness of it, you would shock yourself that you would be so brave or to do that, or like, yeah, it's like it's a I can imagine like how I can really imagine. Well, I
Yeah.
can't imagine writing it, but I can imagine being like, what the
Where did that come from?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would like
Who's writing My Way now? What's our
yeah.
modern My Way?
Yeah, I mean, like there's no like such a great song as My Way, if I must say, right? The peak at the end of the song is really, maybe someday we can hear Wolf Alex version of My Way.
I think you have to be really brave to write a song like My Way, because
Uh-huh.
it's like maybe, you know, like so often you're trying to think of things that haven't been said before or something, and like, I did it my way. It's like we say that a lot. So like you have to, it's almost like so brave to say the simplest thing. And yeah, maybe that's why those kind of songs are few and far between, like simple, extremely effective.
Okay, so I have a really limited time right here. So here's my last two questions. So Joel also mentioned that the sofa it's more likely to be heard in a like bigger stage, right? Um, is it what is it like? Is it the best way to do that, or you prefer to be the sofa to be heard like in a smaller, more intimate sound, or is it definitely has to be the bigger stage?
Oh
What
no.
you reckon?
No, I didn't think it needs to be confined by any which way. I think that's the wonderful thing about music. I just remember thinking when we were in the studio, we had a bit of a less is more approach, a Wolf Alice version of less is more throughout the record. And it was it was the last week we were recording, and we really had high hopes to record the sofa, and we hadn't actually done it yet. And Greg, the producer, had been away and come back, and we gave it one more shot, and it just kind of blossomed in the last few days. And we got to that mid late, and we just went maximalist. We had like MIDI trumpets, and Ellie had a flute, and I remember thinking like, okay, one, this is the end of the album, but two, like it just feels big to me. That's my version of like big. And when I think of big, I think of like the Albert Hall. Or I think of like, not necessarily like arenas and stadiums, but I just think there's a space in which that kind of music occupies or deserves to be heard. And that's kind of why I feel like gravitating towards big stages or however. But you know, music is completely individual, and the experience should be down to the listener. And there's an intimacy involved in that song as well. So yeah, not confined to one particular space.
Yeah, because for me personally, the sofa is way more intimate, if I must say. So I
Right, there you
prefer to
go.
listen to it while in my room while doing something, and but like enjoying the moment and enjoying the sound that you guys had, because it's so intimate for me. I
That's
must say.
great.
So for my last question, the album, the lyric, is about to launch in near a month, in a couple of months. And what kind of emotional response do you hope fans feel when they heard all of the albums?
Ooh.
All of the albums.
Yeah, like all of the tracks.
When they hear the whole
Like
thing.
yeah, the whole things. I mean,
Mm.
Yeah. Well, we've been like talking about how yeah, we're kind of saying like I don't know. Like, I feel like not all of it is like extremely chirpy and happy, but I hope that like it doesn't make anyone feel anxious or depressed. Like I really want it to be like, because I don't want to say happy because I don't know if it's happy like, but it's yeah, like there's in a like and I don't want to say comforting because it makes it sound boring, but yeah, like a moment of, we keep saying maybe like a moment of peace or just quiet reflection that is nice rather
Mm.
than
Mhm.
Yeah.
What say you, Joel?
Yeah, these songs really like lift me up when I listen to them. I find it quite hard towards I find it quite hard in this period sometimes to listen back to our records because emotionally I feel like spent because you go put so much into it. When you end up having to rehearse the songs and things, you've been so close for so long, you sometimes need a breather and you don't always get it. But with the clearing, I felt really compelled to listen to it multiple times because I feel like it really gives me a feeling that I'm looking for, and for me it's quite a blissful one and quite an uplifting one. So yeah, just to mirror Ellie's answer, I don't hope it doesn't drag anyone down. There are definitely moments of reflection and it's not one emotion, but I do think it's our like joyful record and an up record for Wolf Alice.
I cannot wait to hear the whole things and like experience what you guys expressing today. So my last question will be, is there any message to your Indonesian fans who perhaps longing to have your show in Indonesia? Because we have so many great festivals here. So you definitely fit one or two, or perhaps like you gonna have some shows in Indonesia. Is there any message to them?
Oh yeah, just I think we would just love. Well, I mean, all of us would just love to come there. Yeah, if any festival bookers, give us a phone call because we'll be there 100%. Please have us. And thank you to
Yes.
anyone that supported us. Does mean the world. So thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to add, Ellie?
yeah, I think Joel hit the nail on the head. Just it would be, I mean, it would be a dream to come to Indonesia, to play our own show, but also play a festival. Like, just, I mean, this is, and the message needs to go to our team, make that happen.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure to talk to you and experience the music deeper when we talk to you about the music from Wolf Alice. And I cannot wait for you to come to Indonesia, and I cannot wait to experience the new album of Wolf Alice. Thank you so much for your time, guys.
Thank you for
Thank you so much. Really nice to meet you. All the best.
Okay. That's the bestie, our interview with Wolf Alice. Thank you so much for Joel, Ellie, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel, creativedisc.com, and I'll see you again on the next interview.